Ice Fiber override.
Day 2. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to the trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her, and that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Woof. They already start me off the trial, bro. I mean, like, the only thing I'm sure of is, like, this is some inside job, bro. But, bro, we don't even have any suspects. We didn't talk to the witnesses. Oh, actually, no, we did talk to old girl. But I don't know how credible she is, given that she hates prosecutors. So, this ain't looking too good. My first trial without Faye helping me. Without a Faye helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. Mia. I'll be alone in there. So I had to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. God, here go the best villain in the series, bro. The judge. Jesus, man. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in the courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she would now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls his first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen?
Don't talk to Leia like that!
Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered a caviar lunch, right? You got caviar too? How much is that?
Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before.
The judge is really wolfing it down. Where is she pulling those out of? I don't even think she has her bag anymore. And for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts.
I've always thought about caviar would taste like pickled top. The hell does pickled top? Oh my God, bro. Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incidents to us.
The prosecution will... Wait, I'm not finished eating.
Hurry it up.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
Huh? What exactly does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. That's why she the call for queen. She was a detective? That's crazy. What? Miss Star was a detective?
I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star.
Just who is this lady? Yeah, even got the judge nervous. I guess you get everybody to confess something about themselves. I don't know. If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks.
I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes?
The crime took place by a car in the back of A block in a car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright?
I can't agree on your principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remained? All right, you talking a little greasy, Angel Star.
If you can, then, give them your worst, Miss Star.
Wait, are they talking about me?
Talk.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunch box to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garnish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Her right hand? Which is the hand that got hurt. Okay, it was her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching!
As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key points of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed at Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be utterly crushed? Didn't do anything. I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
She didn't even say that much. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro. As you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr.
This boyfriend, he's the detective? Not that boyfriend. Not that boyfriend. Damn, she's pimping in that hole.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? Nah, fuck my Angel Star. She got a harem. Yo, hello, hey, what's good, y'all boys? Hey, the yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge has to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. Harem, yeah. Bet you Larry is the other boyfriend. He might be. He may be the other boyfriend now that I think about it. Cause he always pulling the baddest women for some reason. And then he gets dumped. Like after the case. He probably is. He got it in him. He just don't have it in him to keep him. It's up on the second level so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car? Since I am a visitor now, I'm parked in B block. So she was in the B block when she witnessed the crime? When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garnished car. A garnished car, you mean? If Larry pop up in this case, I'm dying. Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth is?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it? Indeed, it was.
What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk these consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspired.
Look at the judge dick ride. Stop dick riding everybody else and try, be fair. You're a judge. How you gonna hype up everybody against me? This is my biggest op. I hate this bald head, man. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are home. Look, Satsuki, it's a less 2 harem and all. Hold on, she look kind of that's drippy though. She got the blood on the coat. That's drippy.
Ah, a photograph. You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, Where did she just pull that off of? One of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera. What? Isn't that illegal? I suppose that's more than the sight of just hanging it around your neck. I guess, whatever. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Huh. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise her knife to strike, no?
The defense has a point.
Not really. It's a bad point. She said she was on the other side of the gate, so what could she do? Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. Okay. I pressed her on that. I don't think I pressed her on this. You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means.
Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
A young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard yellowed and sharpest attack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in a lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing there. I pressed her on that. I didn't press her on this one. Tell me more about the knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it's easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then? So I think I pressed her on everything, right? Alright. So I think I can use the knife that doesn't have any prints to press her. Because I think that's the only thing I have right now. A knife without prints. Alright. Let's take our shot. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Let's take our shot. What? Okay, that's wrong. A knife without prints isn't good evidence as to her talking about her holding a knife in her right hand. What? Let me try this one. Let me try this one. Nah, this was wrong too. Am I tripping? Let me look at this again. I can't lie. Yo, this case might have got me already, bro. I don't know. Let's try to the autopsy report, see what happens. Nah, this ain't right either. Bro, I'm going to get washed on the first cross-examination. This is wild. Oh my god, I gotta really think about this. When was this picture taken exactly? Let's see if this works. Okay, there we go. God damn. Oh, I was getting my ass whooped. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with the knife? As I already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Guy not holding a knife? She had you sweating. Jesus, man.
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yeah, you ain't got that demon in you like that old boy objection. He sounded like the devil for real.
Objection.
Yeah, it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. I mean, it's not really good to insult me because what does it mean if I'm stupid and you still can't beat me? You might want to hype me up, Edgeworth.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken a moment before the stabbing. This was taken a moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stain? Hey, yo. Novo, what's good, man? What's good? Shit, bro. I was getting my ass kicked. But it's a black and white photograph.
Ah, yes. It's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Pyrorade. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
You got a better idea?
I ain't no sub. That contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. Now I know who to look out for whenever I'm going to be leaving work early. We watch Satsuki cook. I am burning the pot. I am burning the pot. Oh man, it's just that it's the first cross-examination that I got those wrong on. Like, damn. Imagine how it feels to walk in the room and get your ass whooped. At least let me settle down a little bit. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering a jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. You're just distracted by your type. Happens to most guys. Maybe you want lunch boxes.
I mean,
I would 100% take Angel Star's lunchbox. Yes, that is true.
These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder, a serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. That's hard to fight. How am I supposed? The only thing I could think of is maybe that it maybe not be premeditated, because how would she know that the knife was in Edgeworth's trunk? I feel like I might be stretching that though. How else would I be able to prove that? The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. I feel like I could use the knife in this case, because if she premeditated the murder, she would have brought her own weapon. She wouldn't have had to rely on what Edgeworth had in his trunk. But if I get that wrong, I only have 2 more lives, y'all. I only have 2 more lives. Hey, like Ellie said, man, follow your heart. Fuck it. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? Oh, so they do the crowd chatter now? I'm the hype. Yolt. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? Who said mom? Oh, well, it was a kid. It was a kid in a crowd. So I guess they do like crowd chatter now instead of them just whispering. So I guess that's what I'm reading, the crowd chatter. At first I thought it was somebody saying like mommy at like you know. Which they wouldn't be wrong, but in your testimony, you stated that Lana Sky planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
It seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh no, more.
That nigga guckin'.
Oh, got us sweating. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder,
you don't forget the weapon.
Don't waste the food, nah.
Order.
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free.
I don't know about that.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Ah, so corny. Ah, that's so corny. Ah, shut up, Edgeworth. God. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Sky, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing?
I believe I'd like to hear a testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. I got you right there. Right there. Okay. I'm pretty sure they said it was a single. One knife wound. Okay, we got you there. Whew. Thank you. I needed a layup.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
For the first time, I feel like the judge is actually like just he's evaluating the like it makes sense. His dialogue makes sense because it'll be a lot of times where they don't even have a smoking gun in the case, and the judge will be like,
"Well, it looks like you're fucked, Venus, right? I can't see you possibly proving the defendant's innocence."
This makes a lot more sense though. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking really bad for your sis. So if I order a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
I already got you. I know exactly what I gotta do. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you with my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
You're right. A good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really. You know he's a prosecutor that's trying to get your sister locked up, right? This ain't the time to be simping and fanboying. What about my ejection? No one noticed?
Well, witness?
You got the crime scene set, right? That's creepy as hell.
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify.
What a hunk! Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Lana Sky intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the scene was. That muffler looked like blood to me. She wasn't even wearing it in this picture. Yeah, she has it, right? I can't check the like she wears it, but she wasn't wearing it there in the picture. Let me make sure that's what I want to press. I can't make any more mistakes. Well, I can get one more mistake, but that's it. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. Can't prove or disprove that. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Can't prove or disprove that. A red muffler. Okay. This has to be it. Let's go for the picture. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. Oh, she do not like that. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. Okay, Edgeworth. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Why are we dunking on her?
Harsh words, but good.
We dunking on her. I just threw the lob. Edgeworth coming in.
Oh, Edgeworth, the. Oh.
Okay. Oh, we good. I did skip some dialogue though. Whoop. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly called her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned a muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nah, this gate is completely blocked off. You can't get there. You can't go from B to A. So she capping. Oh no, we got you. Angel, you had me in the first half. The second half, you've been super sloppy. Super sloppy. First half, you had me cooked. I'm not gonna lie. You had me so cooked, I was just hoping that you would not be a witness anymore. Yeah, she's starting to fold. Like, it's getting a little too easy now. I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Starr. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. I'd rather get sucked. Ah! The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr! What the fuck? What is she doing? Satsuki, who's been your favorite witness? The country girl. Lot of heart. She's my favorite witness. Because she's stupid. And country.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
This one should be easy. I'm not going to think about this one too hard. Hold on, let me make sure. Fuck! Oh my god, I was so sure of that. We can't make any more mistakes. Oh, yeah, Ice Spice. Fire Blend, yeah. I was super sure of that because... Hold on, let me just try to... let me press that. Let me press that. Let me just press it. And what did you do then? You say quickly, were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. I like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The lunch lady car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in a B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The colorful queen, lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten into my sister that fast. But that's what I was. Oh, I fucking hate this game. That's the point I was trying to bring. Fuck this game, man. They knew what I was trying to say. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high too. So how did Miss Scott? I just got to take a note to myself. I got to press the points before I present the evidence, just to see what they uncover before I try to go with the evidence, even if I'm sure of it. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned a muffler. She mentioned a muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please the rookie defense attorney. Okay. How would she have been able to see that? She's seen her use a cell phone even though the wall was blocking that?
Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. And you saw all of this while she was covered by the wall. And during that time, you climbed over the fence. Oh,
and during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence.
Woo! Angel Star, you are a damn liar, but you are damn fine. Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you only saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? She made to escape? Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see. Like a dollop of lard on a platte of... Oh, no. No. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum?
There was an oil drum laying on the side at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange.
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent, more mysteries. I wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So, Miss Guy tried to run. I'm sorry my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You had to believe me. Okay. Bro, I'm so scared. Bro, if I get this wrong, it's over. I can't get anything wrong no more. Bro, please don't hold me. Floor plans. It has to be the floor plans. Do not hold me. Okay. Whew. Miss Star, I had to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Scott. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. You're not helping your case, but okay, keep talking. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You say you witnessed a crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Guy making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What?
Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... Oh, she knew about the cell phone, so she has to be lying about where she saw it exactly. Yeah. Miss Guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. You say the witness did actually see Miss Guy using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
That's a good question. Where would she have been? She had to have been in the car. She would have to be in the car. Probably, I can't show y'all where I'm pointing at, but she would have to probably be in the, no, because she would still need to see the phone call. I don't know if she would get that angle right there. I'm still wondering how she got that picture. So probably the third car in A, because that way she would have been able to see the cell phone thing. She would have been able to see or she could have been in the last car too. I'm sure she had to be on the A side. All the testimony we've heard up until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Star witnessed the crime was here. Oh, how specific do you guys want me to be though? I think it has to be here. Cause here she could see the cell phone call. She could still see what's happening over here in a car. and it'll be quick enough for her to apprehend her quickly. Let's see. If she was here, she could see the emergency phone.
That's true. That solves the mystery.
That would allow her to see the emergency phone, yes. But if she was there, she would have been able to arrest her well before she dialed her cell phone. Oh. You doubt my speed. I could run 150 feet in 9 seconds, you know. Is that really that fast? I hate her. Oh my God, I got beat up. And I'm still working with just one life. I should have saved. Oh, I didn't save. Okay, the music stopped. Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? Are there many other places where she could have seen? There are many other places where she could have seen a phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember your testimony. You said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men? Think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has gotten the better of Angel Star. I had to tame Angel Star. You know, who cares about that one failure, you know?
Order, order. Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't it strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said that she saw the crime for the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. Satsuki, you would rather be a prosecutor or defense attorney? I would rather be a prosecutor, honestly. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? Distance to the crime, difference in lighting, angle of view to the crime. Wouldn't it be both? Distance and angle of view? It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. Oh, God. Well, am I dead? Am I dead? What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Whew, thought I died. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky?
Well, witness?
Hugh. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches is going from low to inedible. I was working a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass wall station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point. The spork is a wonderful invention.
What is wrong with this man? Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do you have any evidence to stop this? Do I risk it? Let's see what Sit Back and Zerd does for a second. Let's see.
Objection!
5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with your 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
I mean, you didn't kill anyone, but you just ruined other people's lives with the biased judgment. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable.
Well then, it seems we come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go.
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on the account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. Was that reasonable logic, Satsuki? What are you talking about specifically?
I'm afraid that the Kaffa Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. We survived.
Never mind. Mr. Edgeworth, the 5 minutes no criminal will wait around that long. I mean, it makes sense to question that, but I don't think that is indicative of them not doing anything. For all you know, they could be setting things up, or it could just be like some people just do stuff like that. It makes sense to doubt that somebody would do that, and maybe even doubt that they did it because they stayed there that long. But I don't think that should be damning evidence to say that the person didn't do it at all. You would need more evidence for that. Like, the line of thinking is right, but the conclusion isn't right. Like, some serial killers keep trophies of the people that they murder. Is that smart? No. You would think that you would try to get rid of all evidence, but some people just do that. Some people just ain't smart too. That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox? No way you about to get bribed with lunch, bro. Your fat ass been eating this entire trial.
Woohoo! A triple decker.
Y'all gonna tell me he not a villain? This is the most corrupt judge in history. This man should not have a job. He got bribed by lunchboxes. He made his decision, threw down the gavel and said, all right, court is adjourned. And then she says, hey, I got lunch, nigga. And he says, wait. What? This is the worst judge ever, bro. I'm not even mad that you hearing her testimony out more. I'm mad that you made your decision and then change your mind for lunch. If you're doing this for lunch, what you gonna do when somebody slides you an extra $100 bill here and there? Bro, this man is no. How are people seeing this and he has a job? He hungry, Satsuki. He should not have a job.
Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she gonna pull out of her lunchbox this time? Give the man a Snickers bar. What's good, bag? He took the bribe with no shame at all. Nobody's gonna even want to question it. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, detective, decisive evidence. My man just here for a good time, not a right one. Just chilling, lurking. Appreciate it.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I already said. And mind you, bro, this is 10 o'clock. We started this trial at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. Why is he this hungry? Konnichiwa, what's good, big booty eater 666? That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. Oh my God, man. So she got a boyfriend in... She said she had a photographer boyfriend. She had a boyfriend apparently in security. 3 boyfriends in forensics. She tried to holler at the judge. Bruh. Oh my God. Nah, this big pimping, baby. It's big pimping. Cause she's the one that's using them. This is a pimp. What you want me to say? In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. There's sense for sure. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Edgeworth actually showing some type of morality? Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Ooh, she got him. Damn. Is that right, Mr. Wright? Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Let's press these points. Why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very own eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsify evidence, arrange testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. Isn't that kind of what you're doing right now, though? You're picking and choosing what you told us. Like, what? You do the same thing. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This when the suspect is admitted she did it?
But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, Miss Starr.
Let's get this over with. Judge, you can't be talking. I see you arming. And now to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime? I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if that should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than just lunch boxes, gentlemen. So you just got random nigga shoes in your lunch boxes? I don't think, like, nobody should be buying these things anymore. I'm happy for you in your lunchbox bag, really.
In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next.
2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. So you brought it to the forensics department? If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman? As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. And the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie? Huh? Well, speak up.
Well,
blood comes in 4 types: A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we could differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there, which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person, or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten the DNA test results, but they say there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Lana Skies.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
That ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. So she said she just found the same blood type on the shoe? That's it? You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Save. Yeah, you're right.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem?
This is critical. There's a problem with the victim's shoe. I mean, there has to be.
There's gotta be a problem.
A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I give you a pepper fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory towards about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Ooh. Ooh.
Take that!
I wonder if you notice. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Damn. She just threatened me, Judge. Judge. The fuck? Nobody heard that?
Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood on the bottom of the shoe? There's no blood in this picture. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints found in the crime of the scene? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order, order, order! Well, witness?
What? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we had to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. And then too, it's not even the same color as her shoe, by the way. But she slipped. There's one more vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. I thought that was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness, well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water, and she kicked that over? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
You don't mean?
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's the prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Did she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe? Very well. I see no reason to prolong this trial. No way. No way. That's all it took. That's all it took. This judge is terrible. Horrible person. What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. So she lied like 4 different times, and then we just take her account. Like they didn't even prove that it happened. They just like, oh, that sounds good. Okay, bro, I hate this judge. He sucks. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Oh, she gonna switch up just so she don't be on the... Okay. I like to see it. Saucy free Lena. That's good, Saucy. Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox, a lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Bro, what the fuck is this? I just noticed she got a wiener on her chain. Yeah. It's the Tokayaki. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. So you even got a photo of the crime? Like, bro, she's hiding all this evidence and y'all just cool with it. And nigga, that looks like his shoe. That looks like his shoe. Oh, it is his shoe. Okay. Do we? Oh, they don't got that. They don't got that evidence. I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I know I couldn't win this case from— What the heck? I'm the sorriest DA, bro. Sorriest DA. Where's the confidence? Where's the swagger? I'm not 4-0 for no reason, bro. She gatekeeping like crazy. Who would you want to deal with? This judge or Judge Judy? What? This judge will lock you up. This judge— I'll never forget when the judge said, bruh, why are you wasting our time? We just need to come up with a verdict. I was trying to present more evidence to say, you know, in the defendant's favor, and he said, why are you wasting my time? I said, what? So you're telling me 5 minutes of your time for me presenting the evidence is not worth possibly sentencing a nigga to life in prison? The minute he said that, I was like, all right. Nah. This judge is crazy. He should not have a job. He clock in, clock out, I respect, bro. Man got robbed with some Lunchables. Lunchables, bro. She pulled out a Kid Cuisine and he folded. Satsuki, you fold too if you were up against Von Karma. No, I wouldn't. Just because he got that devilish objection don't mean nothing to me. You don't love Lunchables, Satsuki? Maybe not to the point that 3 Lunchables will bribe me out of a job in which my unbiasedness is a requirement. Maybe not that much, but you know. Yeah, sure, I like the little Nestle crunch that comes with it. I'm sorry, Mia. I'm so sorry. Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Bro, I gotta keep getting Mia flashbacks like I'm Luffy getting a Rayleigh flashbacks, bro. Why can't I just get out of the mud myself? Why am I this trash? God. Don't give up, not into the bitter end. I gotta keep getting these flashbacks, bro. You're dead, Mia, you're dead. Let me get this out the mud myself. I'm a big boy. Very well. This time, I like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Your Honor, wait. What is it with you? You people! Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? This is what I mean. Can it wait? I have evidence to help someone bring more light to this case. Judge, how long is it going to take? 5 minutes is a little too much of my time. What? This nigga sucks. Look at this photograph, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. Like, a witness lied 4 times on the stand, 4 times, and the only smoking gun really is her evidence. She lied 4 times, and he ignored that because she got Lunchables. Judge wants to end his trial so he can go grab some dinner. How much can he eat? Are you saying there's a problem with the latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem, right or wrong. I have to go ahead with this. I suppose since we come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph. Could Satsuki or Lana go on Judge Lincoln old bag after something in the exhaust? I see that too, but I don't know how that's supposed to be evidence.
Take
that! I think I died, y'all. Yeah, I think I died. Oh, they gave me another chance? Okay, shit. Let's try this then. Let's see. I don't know what the fuck that is. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor? You just said muffler. Ah, true. She did say muffler. But I don't know what the hell that is. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf or any of kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. This old guy don't... Okay, bro, you can't be that old. The hell was you driving? Horses and shit? So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Objection!
I don't know where I'm going with this. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much as your testimony. Oh, I guess he's just going to try to stall for time since she mentioned muffler. I guess we're going to stall for time until we can see what that scarf is. So it's kind of just like a bluff, really. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. I got you. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned a muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. You heard. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh, what? Yeah, so we stalling. We just trying to get to the next day. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice. You want to do a service to the law? Retire now. Out of the car at the scene, expect it at once, and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew, that was close, but we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after. Bro, you've been eating the entire time. God damn. Hell is wrong with this man? All you've been doing is eating.
Life is just death, taking its time. Who gon' take it from my hand? Was lonely before friends. I'm holding my own hand and taking these bad shots, just hoping they go in. Everything folds in.